Hey everybody, Shawn Miller. Welcome to the Shawn Miller Show. We are live on Google Hangout all over the world, and welcome to you entrepreneurs and top elite salespeople. What we're going to talk about here is how a dynamic person like you can increase your sales at an exponential rate without having to increase your time investment in sales activity at an incremental rate, so that you can maintain some sort of lifestyle to your business activity. And I have with me on the Shawn Miller Show a special guest from Southlake, Texas. I have Linda Schwader, and she is one of the top sales gurus in the business, and I'm excited to have her. Linda, are you there? Can we hear you?
I'm here, ready to go.
Awesome. Welcome to Holland, Michigan. That is the Big Red Lighthouse, or I guess it's over this shoulder, is it not? And we're going to go really fast, Linda, because it's a Friday. It's a Friday in the summer, and I live in this beautiful place. And in just a few minutes, I want to increase my sales and then get on the boat and get out there by the beautiful beach and the lighthouse. So on this show, we go fast. So the goal is to give you a serious business acceleration tip that you can implement right away, and then to implement that in a powerful way, because this is an ADD world, and I'm a busy guy, and you're busy people, and we want to give you something powerful to increase sales and move forward quickly. So that's what we're doing. And so I have the opportunity to be in an Omega Mind mastermind group with Linda. I got to spend several days with her and learn a lot from her. And so I wanted to give her a chance to communicate with you all about some of the powerful things that she can do in terms of selling and managing a lifestyle well. So Linda, can you just introduce yourself quickly on that concept?
Sure. My name is Linda Schwader, and I'm an accelerated results mentor. I just help particularly people that really want to get results. In other words, business owners, entrepreneurial business owners. I work with commission salespeople, direct sales leaders, people that really know that they, what they do today, they see results, and they want to shorten their time so that they're not spending all the time selling, but they also want to have more free time. So they want to increase their sales and increase their free time at the same time.
Well, that's the deal. For me and many of my clients and friends, we're the dynamic individual that drives our business to a large degree, whether or not we're called a salesperson. And when we want to increase sales, we quite often think that, well, that means that we just have to do more and sell more. More activity. It means more work, and that's not necessarily all that attractive, right? So what is that an essential? How is that essential to an entrepreneur that we understand the things that you're teaching?
Well, for example, if you thought about doubling your sales, most people think that that's like doubling their workload, and they just like, oh, it feels heavy, and they don't get excited about it. But what if, imagine that you could double your sales and double your free time at the same time? And people say, well, how can you do that? But I've worked with lots of salespeople that when we go through a 5-step process that I teach, that 5-step process shows them how that they can have the goals that they want to have, not only with their business, but with their life. That process shows them how to have the lifestyle that they want to create. And it's nobody else's lifestyle. I was talking to somebody last night, and she said, well, they say I'm not successful because I'm not making as much money as them. She said, but I feel I am successful. I get to live the life on my terms. And that's what we teach in this 5-step process. What are your terms that you want to live by, and what can you do to increase, if that's what you want, and most people do want to increase their sales or revenue so that they can have more money to do the things that they want to do on their free time.
Awesome. So Linda, what is your qualification to help me and help our viewers? I mean, how did you build this experience?
Well, actually, a long time ago, I paid my way through college selling books door to door, and that's how I got my start. But then I went in and I learned how to build sales organizations. I recruited, trained, managed, motivated sales teams. Went into the insurance industry and built sales organizations there. And then I've been also in other industries where I've taught people how to build sales teams. And what I found is that the old, outdated there's some things in this world that never change. There's some things about sales that will never change. If you don't make the call, you won't make the sale. But there's some things that are just outdated. They're old strategies, and when you see them coming, people put their resistance block up. They're like, I don't want to be sold. My belief is people love to buy, but they hate to be sold.
Sure. So you mentioned 5 steps a second ago. So is there a formula? Is there a process there that you have for this?
Yeah, I have a process that I work people through. The process takes a while to go through in terms of, it's not really what I'm teaching as much as what I'm asking a person, and then they are revealing what they, for example, if we were talking about what your life goals are, Shawn, that's not something that you're going to spew out in 10 seconds, and it's not something I'm telling you what your life goals are. It's what you're telling me. This is what I want. This is how I want my life to look. I had a client, he wanted to get out of debt. He wanted to have a family where he could travel and take his family with him to different places so that they could learn while they were traveling, but he could do his business on the road. So he created his vision of what he wanted, and then we figured out how he could match his vision.
Sure. So what is the what is the mistake that you see when you're talking with new clients and you're interviewing people? What are the mistakes that you see them making? When it comes to increasing sales today?
Today, I think that people, instead of leveraging technology, they're held hostage to technology. It consumes them. It's like a 24/7. They constantly feel like they have to be checking. I know somebody that gets a sales report at 10 o'clock or 10:30 at night. So they're looking at their sales report just before they go to bed. And if it's not a great one, if it's like, was that, competition-wise, and they've got one behind the person they're competing with, and they're going to bed with that in their mind. And I just think that consuming technology, we can leverage that so that you can use it to your advantage instead of just feeling like it's taking over your life.
Okay. So we have all these high-tech, I mean, we're using some of the latest and greatest high-tech tools right here. And,
right.
I see down the side of my screen, I feature all the ways that you can find me and connect with me, right, on Twitter and LinkedIn and all of these things you can find and do. So how do I leverage that most effectively without it consuming my existence, right?
Exactly. Because you want to take advantage. It's an online world. You want to take advantage, but that doesn't mean that it has to be like you're accessible just because they snap their finger. It's like you creating your lifestyle, and you want to fit it in, but you don't want to take it over.
Sure. So, I know my business well, and I think I know people always ask me the same questions, but there's some things that they don't know what they don't know, and they don't know what to ask, and I want to ask you what is it that people don't know that they don't know that they really should be asking you about elevating sales in today's business marketplace?
Well, the question that probably people don't ask is that if I were going to suggest that they ask one question is, what does accelerated need for them? Because again, it's individual. I can say I can accelerate your results, but if you believe that things have to take a long time, so the question to ask, I guess, would be, how fast can I really get accelerated results? I've seen people change their business in 90 days. They've changed their life in 90 days. Some people it takes longer. So accelerated means different things to different people. So I guess the question the person would ask is, how fast do I want to make changes, and how committed am I to making those changes?
Okay. So let's say I play. Let's say, all right, Linda, I'll give you a shot. I'm game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something. What are the first sort of action steps that you're going to take me through, or any client through, and that'll give something for our listeners, some idea. What is the actionable step that you recommend that they start with?
Well, the first thing that I would have a person do, if I were going to talk with them, whether in a group, individual, coaching, whatever, is where do they see themselves 90 days from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? and if they can think beyond to 3 years from now. So really, where until you get clarity about where you want to go
Hmm.
and who you want to be on the way, do I want to be a person that's always working? There's some people that's a badge of honor. I work all the time. But I mean, if you want to be a person with a lifestyle, what is the vision that you hold first? And that's the place I would have people start. They think, well, what does that have to do with sales? But the truth is, sales is only part of your life. Your business is only part of your life. I mean, Shawn, if it was all your life, you'd be a pretty dull person. The reason why you're an exciting, engaging person is because you have your family, you have your recreation, you have your travel, you're a well-rounded person. And your business is part of it, but it's not all of it. So how does your business fit into your life? And that would be the first question I ask people is really think about how do I want my life to look like? And business
Right.
is a component of it.
Do you have a process that you take them through and sort of arriving at clarity there?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
I have a process, dare to dream, plan to succeed. How to achieve
Aha.
powerful goals, your business, and your life.
Awesome. Cool. So like I say, we're fast. So how do they, if they want to, if somebody's watching this and say, Linda, I want some of that. I want to find out about that. How do they find you? How do they, they wander around Dallas, right? What's the best way to connect with you?
Come knock on my door.
Yeah.
Actually, one place is my website, impactsalesnow.com, although I'm totally revamping that and updating that. And the second thing is, they can go to Facebook or LinkedIn, Linda Schwader, Schwader, and find me there.
Awesome. Cool. I like to connect on LinkedIn. That's a great spot. Cool. So in Impact Sales Now, right?
Yes.
ImpactSalesNow.com. Awesome. Well, Linda, that's it. We're done. We covered what we want. We understand what you're doing. We understand the magic formula that you have. We understand your unique connection to your clients and how you help them to manage their whole life as they increase sales. And it's clear that you've got a very proven, predictable, and process by which you do that, and that's really cool. And that's the kind of thing that's what we need, right? We need guaranteed, proven process and predictable results, and that's awesome. So I thank you so much for connecting with us. Do you have any parting words?
No, well, just other than you go have some fun today and a great weekend, but parting words are you become like the people you associate with. And one of the things that I appreciate about our mastermind and getting to know someone like you is just that when you up-level your people you're around, then you start up-leveling your life because they go hand in hand. So thanks for helping up-level my life.
Awesome. That's great. I appreciate that very much. And folks, if you want to connect with me, I have my social media. Where's my little social media buttons over here? You can find me on Twitter, all that stuff. If you want to connect with me, great way. Just text me too. If you text Shawn to 616-389-0059. You like my Canadian zeros there? That's the ZZ59. I'm in Michigan, close to Canada. I picked that up from those guys, I guess. So text Shawn to that 616-389-0059, and then we'll be connected directly, and that's the best way to get connected, right? So, Linda, thank you so much, and thanks, everybody. Enjoy your beautiful summer Friday. That's it for this Shawn Miller Show. Bye, everybody.